Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Global Gaming Podcast. We're joined with Inquisitor tonight, or this morning, or afternoon, depending on what time you are watching this. And we have some interesting news articles, or not news articles, like news things to cover that came out recently. So I guess we should just jump right into it. What are we gonna talk about first? So yeah,
There's Cliff Blazinski going out of business.
I was actually gonna bring that one up. For those of you, I'm assuming most people know about lawbreakers, or should I talk about it for the uninformed?
Yeah, talk
Wasn't
about
that
the phone.
Okay, for those who don't know, Lawbreakers was what is a multiplayer shooter game. With with a bunch of different classes and whatnot, like similar-ish to Overwatch, but very different from what I understand. And was something that was like really pushed in like marketing and whatnot, and like was really backed by Blazinski. Sorry, hard name to pronounce. And apparently like he was really pushing hard for it and was really passionate about it, and like even called it like $1 billion franchise or something. I don't know if it's because it actually cost $1 billion or because he saw that's how much it would make over time. I haven't looked into it, but like
It was a
pretty
horrible
much,
disaster.
yeah, the game did not do very well. From what I've heard from people who have played it, it is like a pretty decent game. Like I've heard that, but like the big problem is it's sort of right now in an oversaturated market. Like you got big games like Overwatch, Fortnite, PUBG, and a bunch of other things, and just throwing another one into it. It is sort of wrong time, wrong place, from what I understand. At least again, from what I understand, I haven't played the game. Maybe it's a terrible game. Maybe it's awful. I don't know. But like, from what I hear the most from most people that I've talked to on and offline is that it's a decent game, but like it's just not a lot of people to play with and whatnot. And recently, he announced that he's officially leaving the studio and whatnot. But like the servers for Lawbreakers will still be up for at least a little while. So I have to ask, one thing I am confused about is that I've heard like a lot of people online seem to almost happy about this. Like Cliffy B. Cliff was is Cliff was I'll call him Cliffy B.
Yeah, do that.
Is Cliffy B like an asshole or something? Because like I've heard like some like I haven't like deeply gone into the story or whatnot because like it hasn't interested me that much. But like has he been like an asshole or whatnot? Because I saw like a lot of people were for some reason excited when this news dropped.
I'm not sure. They're probably just happy their company won.
Yes. Either way, I'm sorry. So I can't help but feel bad about like the people who were involved in the project to see this happen like this.
Yeah, but all that work and it turns into nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time something like that's happened. Scalebound.
That didn't happen. Well, like Scalebound was a whole different thing. Scalebound was canceled. Lawbreakers is a game that's released and you can technically play right now, but like not many other people are playing it. And in a multiplayer only game, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Especially,
Had he just put a single player mode into it, he may have saved it.
maybe. Well, even then, even then, it's not. Even then, it might have given it more longevity, but like doesn't mean it would have sold necessarily better. But like, I don't know.
Well, I believe it would have. It would have been something to differentiate it from Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's a MOBA. It's just.
So like, because I have a question. Because do you know much about Lawbreakers, or is this your first time hearing about it?
Somewhat familiar with it.
Okay. Like, are you surprised to hear this news, or do you think this is completely expected?
I think I've heard of this particular topic already, but I don't know. I guess it was just. It could have been like it was either marketing or it was something else that just ultimately led it to it being not very popular. Against Blizzard, you're gonna have a hell of a time anyway. So
Yeah, Battleborn learned that one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because the thing with Blizzard, like, a minute. Sorry, I was just adjusting my computer.
See, isn't the agency kind of like a vaporware at this point?
Who?
Wasn't that was something that Sony was supposed to be working on?
Oh yeah, that's true. But like, one of the things that I find interesting is like, well, not really interesting, but like, in a way, Overwatch like was almost a guaranteed success because it's like with Blizzard, almost anything they do at this point is almost guaranteed to. Well, maybe not necessarily everything.
Well, it was their first new IP in like 17 years.
That is true.
People were interested to see what they'd make.
But either way, there's bound to be at least a little bit of traction for that because it's Blizzard. They made World of Warcraft, and like first new IP in several years. That's guaranteed at least some coverage.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse. But either way, like, I'll have to look more into why it failed and stuff because like it does sound like an interesting story. But like either way, I kind of feel really bad for like the dev team and stuff because they probably worked really hard on it and stuff like, and this happened. But at least stuff like that happens from time to time. Do you have anything else to say, or should we move on to the next topic?
I think we can reasonably move on to the next topic.
Thank you. In that case,
oh, sorry, you just going to say?
What is the next topic?
How about you pick the next topic, DolphinVi, since I chose the first one? Or no, you
Apologies, just having minor technical difficulties.
Should I choose the next topic then?
No, they've been fixed. It was Nintendo making people pay for cloud saves.
Right, yeah. So that is...
One could argue that Sony does that already with PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. Either way, though, that is the thing that's happening. I don't think it'll affect me too much personally because I don't really use cloud saves generally. But that's kind of anti-consumer, I think, and kind of shitty.
I mean, dick move, Nintendo. Why'd you do that?
Money, that's why. Money makes the world go round. And is the prime source of capitalism and whatnot.
Well, money exists regardless of capitalism, Papa G, you should know that one.
Yes, but money is much more prominent in a capitalistic society. If we lived in a communistic society, things wouldn't be as desperate for money. We'd all get equal share of things, and things would be much better than this. You should know this, DolphinVi. The only reason communism ever failed was because it's been implemented by idiots. If my idealized version of communism that I swear has never been tried got implemented, everything would be happy. Star Wars would be a great thriving franchise, and everything would be good. On scale bound would be...
Star Wars was a great franchise until a certain someone got his tentacles.
I'm saying it would be a I'm saying it would be my point. I know that's my point. I'm saying it would be a much more thriving franchise. I mean, it's technically still making money and whatnot, but my point is like everyone would. If we lived under a communistic society, Star Wars would be perfect.
I gotta take a fucking picture of this. I'm sorry, I'm playing Pokemon, and this random dude comes up to me, challenges me, and his picture is... He looks like he's getting ramped up the ass with a steak knife or something.
Okay.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, make sure to post that in Discord if you can.
I'm gonna get a good picture of it right here. Hang on.
So, what were we originally talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. Nintendo Cloud Saves.
So I guess Pokemon kind of relates to that. Why not?
Anyway, also for the record, no, I'm not a communist. I'm just joking around. I feel bad I always have to...
I know. That's the only reason I'm not railing you right now, Papa G.
You're not railing me right now?
Yeah. Because in a communist versus capitalist debate, I would destroy you.
Oh, really? I'm just kidding. Yeah, like, I feel bad that I always have to say that, like, oh, hey, guys, I'm joking, but, like, I always am careful. Oh my god.
I just posted it in general.
Yeah, Inquisitor just posted it in general, and he does, oh my god.
Oh, I'll have to go look later, then.
Oh my god, like, he does look like that.
I'll put it in the video, then, if it's appropriate, when it's finally ready.
I think it's the pro. I
You are
think
challenged by Pokemaniac Steve.
oh my god. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So like one thing I hate about this podcast or like YouTube in general is I always feel the need to like say, "Hey guys, I'm just joking." But I feel like I need to do that because like the one time I don't say that, I know there's gonna be one guy who's like, "Oh, you're a communist," or "Oh, you think this or that stuff," and like I just don't want to like risk it. You know what I mean?
I know you're not a communist, Papa G. You're too smart for that.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like my point isn't stuff. It's like I'm always trying to just say it just in case there's that one guy who thinks, "Oh, he's a communist," because I do that because once I made a joke to some people saying that, "Oh, I found this portal somewhere and I jumped through it or whatnot to another dimension," and one guy seriously thought I was being serious. I was like, "Where did you find this portal?" I'm like, "I was just joking, dude." So since then, I've been like, I'm gonna preface that I'm always joking. Anyway, or what were we talking about originally? Cloud saves, right?
Yes.
Cloud saves.
Get your head out of the clouds, Papa G. We need to talk about them, not go in them.
Yes, the cloud. So, what do you think about this, DolphinVi?
About Nintendo charging for cloud saves?
Yeah.
I actually don't like that. Did you know that one?
Yeah, it's pretty. Sounds like a. I mean, I don't know much about it, but like just from the like, I don't know, the mere concept of it sounds kind of shitty to me. I can't really think of a way that you could do that that's not.
I mean, I've probably been spoiled by Steam because I use a lot of cloud save features on Steam.
Kind of in its own realm of shit right now because apparently they're removing even for having mildly suggestive content.
Removing Steam. Oh yeah, that one. They're removing visual novels.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was another topic we were going to
Yeah, it was some Christian group that didn't like pornographic content, so they tried to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Steve's being kind of spineless right now, but I didn't want to derail the topic. We're talking about the cloud saves.
Well, no, they tried to get rid of Honey Pop. I think that was one of the games they got rid of. I mean, really, what did Honey Pop ever do wrong?
Like, that's kind of, like, annoying to me. Like, I don't play that many visual novels. I mean, I'll play one every once in a while, but I don't, like, actively do it. But even then stuff, like, I think that's kind of a shitty thing to do. I mean, like, Doom has... I don't know, like, I'm sure I could find some if give me about 5 to 10 minutes...
This creature's getting eviscerated.
Yeah.
I mean...
See, right now, I'm shooting a demon with a shotgun.
Exactly, I was about
yes,
to say
but I'm
that.
playing Doom right now, in that case. Yep, blowing people's heads up, hitting them with chainsaws.
Doom has some, like, not...
ripping out their hearts and shoving it down their throats.
Exactly my point. Doom has some R-rated material. If Steam wants to get rid of all the naughty stuff, why didn't they get rid of Doom? That's pretty naughty.
And speaking of which, I just got the chainsaw.
Yay, the chainsaw. Anyway, like, here's my question to Steam. Like, why don't you remove stuff like Doom? Or why don't you remove PUBG? That has violence. That has some naughty material in it. Is it because it's one of your most highest rated things that are... Is it because that PUBG and Doom sold incredibly well on Steam?
Or if you just hate sexual content, what the hell is The Witcher doing on Steam?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, give me not even 5 minutes, and I'm sure I can find some games that have some pretty sexual material that aren't visual novels on Steam. So I'm like, why is it like you're going after visual novels and not going after, like, this other stuff? It just seems very weird to me.
I think it has something to do with the fact that it's anime, and anime is an easy target.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
as Top Hats and Champagne says, no one likes anime.
He doesn't say that. He just, like...
Leave that?
He just says he hates anime.
He dismissed Persona 5 because it looked like weeb shit.
No, like...
He did. You saw him.
But have to be fair, in his defense, in the video, he was like... He was doing a video on, like, some Sony exclusives, and he was looking through them and saying, ooh, this looks like a third-person action-adventure. This looks like a third-person action-adventure. Well, adventure, and then he got to Persona 5, and he was like, Persona 5, I think that's some sort of visual novel weave shit. I don't know, I don't care. And that triggered me a bit, since I'm a big fan of Persona 5.
Oh.
Yeah, he was the one who first introduced me to the game, so he's a big fan of it.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't mind that much. I still kind of like Top Hats and Champagne. I just feel like his, But personally, I feel like Top Hats and Champagne has gone a bit downhill ever since he stopped using scripts.
He's a bit too arrogant for my taste.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of him, but it's like I thought he was like at least pretty funny and like pretty good, like when he would like script out his like videos and would like be in front of a green screen or whatnot. But like now, all he does for his videos is like just like sort of does them live and like sort of does them kind of a reaction video-ish way. And I don't really like that new format personally. I just am kind of like, what the fuck?
The thing about people like Top Hats, Fratanga, and a few others is that their sole purpose for being on YouTube is just to piss people off. Fratanga at least is self-aware. He knows that that's all he ever does, and that he bases around that. I mean, if nothing else, I can give Fratanga the benefit of him knowing that he's at least self-aware in his case.
And like, I do give like Top Hat Chance some credit because he like every once in a while he'll like deride like I guess it's getting political territory, but like he isn't a blind idiot when it comes to certain things, so he'll speak out against certain things that are BS on like PC, or he'll speak out against things that are BS that certain political people do that many people won't, like when Trump attached video games, no one was covering that, but he did, and I really appreciated that because I was getting really annoyed. It's like here's one thing I don't understand about it. Like, people will like.
Trump is hardly the first guy to do that, though. I mean, Jack Thompson was in that.
Exactly.
No, I know, but like, here's my problem.
Not long before Trump.
Here's my problem. I see so many like gaming YouTubers who will praise their Lord and Savior Trump as if he does nothing wrong, but the moment he says like did that big thing about video games, they're all oddly silent about it. Like, he didn't say anything positive against him, didn't say anything negative. They're just oddly silent about the issue. Like, it didn't exist, and I'm just was getting annoyed. I was like, "What the fuck, guys? Like, acknowledge this happened, you know?" So it was really satisfying when Top Hats and Champagne acknowledged, because like, thank you, at least someone's acknowledging that he said that, and not just acting like Trump.
Because he's their guy. That's why they didn't do it.
Oh,
no, it's like that anti-war movement that mysteriously disappeared the moment that Obama took office. It was just an anti-Bush movement.
Well, either way, like, I think that's kind of stupid because it's like, I don't know. Like, to be fair, like, there are some like things like I don't like. There are some things I don't get confrontational over because they're not a big deal for me. But like, it's like, just because someone's my guy doesn't mean that I'm not gonna like call them out on stupid shit when they do it. You know, like,
yeah.
I think like
I don't even really blame Donald Trump for trying to take on video games. Video games brought it on themselves, really.
Is that sarcasm?
No,
I'm
serious.
I can see the merit in what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, they bent right over for the left-wing censors. What do you think the right-wing censors would do when they sense that you're weak?
That's kind of
PETA tried to make their own video games, and those I'm surprised Nintendo hadn't sued them.
What video games are you referring to that like became left-leaning or whatnot? Because like I can only think of like Mass Effect and Andromeda in my head. Which here you're.
I'm not really talking about the left making video games. I'm talking about video games just bending right over for left-wing censors. Anita Sarkeesian comes in, says games are sexist and whatnot. The gaming industry, gaming media just bends right over for her. So look, if the right-wing censors sense that you're just bending over for the left-wing media, you can't blame them for thinking, oh, now the enemy's weak. Now we have a chance to get in.
Yes, but it's like, it's really kind of stupid. I don't want to get too deep into politics and stuff because that's not what this podcast is about, but like, I really hate how in politics it's an us versus them mentality. It just, to me, is really reductive and kind of like missing the point. Or like, I don't know, maybe, I mean, to be fair, I'm not a politician or anything, but it's just like, it seems stupid, like when you're like, oh, this person's a right-leaning person or this person's a left-leaning person. It's like, I identify as a centrist primarily because I don't like
centrist. What does that even mean?
It means that
you're one of those neutral people who don't give a shit who lives or who wins or whatever.
No, I'm one of those people who like take things from case-by-case basis. If like the liberal in the room is talking more smarter than the conservative, then I'm going to side with the conservative. If the conservative is talking more smarter than liberal, then I'll side with the conservative. I'm not going to just stick to one side because they're part of my tribe and stuff. Like, that's super stupid and, like, tribalistic. Anyway, that's the most you're ever going to get me to talk politics on this channel.
Fair enough.
Always good to get Papa G's opinion.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I completely stole the ground for you guys there, but I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
It is.
Anyway, should we move on to our next topic now, or should we talk about more about like them removing visual novels?
Yeah, that was going to be one of our next topics anyway.
I wonder. Like, I really wonder how long this is going to last. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it will be a permanent thing because like visual novels are like the most popular thing on Steam. At least I don't think it is. I could be wrong. But like even then, it's just like seems like a really shitty kind of stupid thing to do and stuff. I fail to see the benefits of doing that.
I don't think it's going to last that long, really. I mean, we're talking about the exact same company that allows hatred of all games to exist on Steam.
Oh yeah, hatred's allowed on Steam, but like but like one or two visual novels have a nude scene, and that means they all must be banned. It's like, what the fuck, Valve?
It's like, hello Valve, I want to make a game where you play as a spree killer who goes around slaughtering everyone in the neighborhood and then finally sets off a nuclear bomb. That's okay. Hey Valve, I want to make a game with sexual scenes in it consisting of static images. You vile, horrible pervert, we need to ban that now.
Your game is not allowed on our Steam, on our platform. In fact, not only that, any game that are even remotely, even somewhat similar to the genre of your game aren't allowed on our platform. Like, it's like I could understand maybe somewhat understand maybe banning certain games if they were like a little much. I wouldn't agree with it, but like I could at least understand from it to a degree. But I don't understand why they're just like, oh yeah, all of them are now banned. Like, it's all visual novels, period. Like what's with that? That makes like no sense to me. That's like saying like, oh yeah, all video games are violent, mindless, and stupid or whatnot. I don't know. Makes no sense to me.
No, it does not.
So I forgot to ask you, Inquisitor. Like, what are your thoughts on this?
On visual novels, or this whole thing about them being removed?
Either or. I guess first, like, what are your thoughts on them, like, being like removed from Steam and whatnot?
I think the fact that Steam was willing to change their policies without notice, just to try and appease some political lobbyists, is pretty fucking stupid and spineless.
Yeah. It's just like, it kind of annoys me and stuff, but more than anything, I'm also just really confused and kind of baffled to a degree. And they just post something like that. I mean, it's like, think about Valve.
If you're going to remove something, at least have a good reason for doing so, and not just, oh, we're trying to get these guys off our ass so we can continue to make money.
Yeah. Well, either way, hopefully the situation will sort itself out.
Yeah, they probably will. I mean, remember they tried to get rid of hatred, and they got so much backlash for it that they put it back on Steam.
Yeah. And they also try to implement paid mods, but like that lasted a whole 48 hours.
Yeah. So based on their history, there's a good chance that this will go away.
Oh, I want to try and capture them. God damn, sorry, guys.
Okay.
Hey, we all need random moments now and then. It's fine.
I guess.
Anyway, I'm assuming no one has anything else to say on this topic. Do you think we should move on to our next topic?
No, is it the Final Fantasy VII could be coming to Xbox? Was that it?
I guess we could cover that first. Sure. Well, I don't know if there's really much to say, except,
good luck to you.
My main concern is it coming out, period. But other than that, if it does come out, that wouldn't surprise me in the slightest, considering when it was first revealed, it said coming to PlayStation 4 first. Not like not coming at all.
Noise up there. Jesus.
Oh,
Can you are you guys hearing this knocking sound?
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah.
For that, that's from my end. Someone's knocking on the floor upstairs.
I'm sorry about that.
Being really fucking annoyed about it too.
Try to ignore it for now. What else are we talking about? Oh yeah. You have any thoughts on this DolphinVi?
Which one again? I got distracted there.
The Final Fantasy VII remake possibly come to Xbox One.
I hope it comes.
I thought that was just exclusive in the first place.
Yeah, like yeah, my thoughts exactly. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes to PC at one point. So because like I said a little bit ago, when it was first unveiled, it said coming first to PlayStation 4, not exclusively to PlayStation 4. It said coming first, so that kind of implies a lot of wiggle room there. Other than that, though, don't really know what else to say about that.
And that we hope it comes out eventually at this point.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good game. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, for our next topic, should we talk about you know what, DolphinVi, the disappointments that's happened recently?
What disappointment? I forgot.
How one of our fellow comrades has betrayed not only us but the community at large.
Beaming lethality.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but lethality has committed a really just overall a shitty thing, and is overall just an asshole. Just like I thought. I mean, we weren't really close. I only listened to some podcast once, but you think you know a guy, and then he does this. Now I know you're all wondering what I'm talking about, and that is he has betrayed the PC Master Race. Apparently, he recently bought a PlayStation 4 to play some of the exclusive games. Now, obviously, we have to excommunicate him from our little group now, right? Obviously, we have to excommunicate him because he's not allowed to enjoy other things. I mean,
Yeah,
I have a.
So we're pretty much the Xbox community now. That's what we are.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we held a PlayStation 4 too, but like we're allowed to because we're the leaders. He's not allowed to because he's not a super cool leader. So, yeah.
Yes.
So,
This is satire if you can't tell people.
Lethality, I'm very.
What the hell? Drop out? Just dropped right out.
Papa G, you still there? We've been in technical difficulties again. I think Papa G's dropped out. Oh, well, he probably had some power issues.
Bad connection or something.
Yeah, it always sucks when that happens. It's awkward. It's usually me who has that problem. What else? I guess since you're here, have you heard about the recent Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay that's been released?
Actually, I kind of gave up on that game because it was taking too long to release.
Oh yeah. Oh, he just contacted me.
I mean, Yeah, but Kingdom Hearts 2 was like how long ago?
Mm-hmm.
That was on the PS.
Yeah.
That was on the PS2.
Okay, so Papa G just contacted me through text messages. Yeah, we text each other now. Says his computer decided to update all of a sudden, but it'll be right there.
Thanks, Windows.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Saying, we're gonna tell you that we are gonna update while you're not watching us. Is it okay to update? If you don't say no in a certain amount of time, we'll update anyway. Damn Windows. Yeah, I agree with you, Papa G. I hate computers sometimes too. But they make me content.
Wait, did you see that? Did you see that picture that I posted on General?
Well, I've got my Discord view is blocked by OBS right now. I'll go out to look it up later. I'm sure it'll be a good picture if Papa G was laughing that much.
I just wasn't expecting that kind of face when.
Yeah. Guy looks like he's being railed by a chef's knife. Like trying to imagine what that face would look like.
Rectal cavity, no less.
Yeah, it's okay, Papa G. We forgive you. Tech issues happen. You don't have to apologize in the text message. He has a bad habit of apologizing a lot.
Oh, it's the fish. How easy those things are to kill.
Mm-hmm. Was that a trainer telling you that?
The other trainer just fucking raped him.
Hmm?
Oh, where I had to fight against. It's a friend and I versus 2 enemies.
Yeah.
Anyway, can't be good for caves.
Let's see. Is there anything else to look at? I mean, that's most of them there. Besides the joke about lethality supposedly betraying the master race. And there's been a lot of news lately. You know, besides Kingdom Hearts 3 actually having some progress. Oh, so the computer's almost done updating now.
Oh my god, the amount of... Oh shit, how many photos did I just take in one go? That's kind of creepy.
It's like, which Pokemon are you playing again? So I think that's a new one.
Well, slightly newer ones. Yeah, which Pokemon am I playing? Alpha Sapphire, that's what it is.
Aw. Damn it, just got taken down.
Taken down?
No, some demon with a shield just took me down in Doom. Damn it.
Oh, okay.
I hate those guys.
Is that one demon where you have to break his shield first before you can kill him?
I think you can get
One of those
around
boss
his
battles?
shield. Yeah, and I forgot how to throw a grenade. That always sucks. Nah.
Another screenshot. Let's see how many different ways this can be taken out of context.
We'll make sure to post that in Discord. We'll see. I mean, possible. I want to actually try implementing all these things into the actual stream, and we'll see. Way to make the podcast more entertaining. No, I don't know why Windows decided now of all times to update either, Papa G. Windows is an asshole. Guess it's all a plot by the Microsoft overlords to control the world. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Bill Gates actually had a plan to control the world when he started Microsoft. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. That or build a monopoly. I think Microsoft's been sued twice for supposedly attempting to do that. Though it really got me was when they were sued because of Internet Explorer. They said it was a natural monopoly. Yeah, that was an actual lawsuit.
That was a thing, huh?
Yeah. And now they can barely get people to use Edge.
There's of all mankind. What a coincidence! That's what Team Aqua was saying. What makes you so different?
Mm-hmm.
From what I have seen here, it appears that you are working against our rivals in Team Aqua. Fine, amuse yourself with those Team Aqua fools. You do not impede our goals. You know what, dude? Fuck off. I just... Most of the enemies I've faced, I've beaten them all first try, so... Let's go right now. Be you child or grown, oppose us in the slightest, and I, the great Maxi, will show no mercy.
Yeah, you've kicked everyone else's butt, but you really need their mercy.
I need mercy from Maxi. Female pets.
Okay, what's it?
Oh,
Okay,
the
just
turbo
talk about something else while it updates. This might be 5 minutes. But, okay, Papa G, that's what you think? Guess it was Pokemon Sapphire you were playing there?
Yeah.
Amazing thing. That's one where Team Magma is the good guy, right?
I don't know. For all I know, this could be a Final Fantasy X-2 scenario where either side can be real assholes.
I'm pretty sure that was Pokemon Emerald, though. Well, at least we have to find something to talk about, because I'm in the place where Samuel Hayden is talking to you for ages on end. I can't move. Why was this part of the game?
Oh, excuse me.
You alright there?
The Mars station, or is he giving you something?
Yeah, he gives you the first power-up. Then he talks for, like, 5 minutes.
Goes on and on about how you have to go back to hell and do more shit for him.
Yeah. And how you absolutely have to get a move on and can't waste time. And now I'm probably going to have to cut quite a bit of Dead Space out of this podcast. We didn't expect Papa G to be absent all of a sudden.
Playing Dead Space?
No, there's a lot of Dead Space voice-wise in the podcast.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of silence, you mean.
Yeah, I mean, Papa G just disappearing like that, that's never happened before. Okay, now I'm out. Yes, and after this podcast, Papa G can say, I told you so, I contribute a lot to this podcast, I keep things moving.
Yep.
Wait, did I just save an exit? I did, didn't I? Nothing's going my way today.
Way and making my way to the city I haven't been to yet, and possibly take a...
Oh, which one?
I was disconnected for a brief minute there.
Oh, so it's not just Papa G then. It's happening all over.
Discord itself. What's this brain donor's problem? This guy's in the middle of a he's like, I'm in the middle of a triathlon, but whatever, let's battle. Like,
I don't know, he's probably easily distracted.
Butterfly.
You never often wonder about the trainers that you avoid and they just stand there forever waiting for somebody to walk in front of me. Then I can say, hey, let's battle.
Please walk within 5 paces of direct eye contact.
Or the ones that you ignore at first, but then you come back when you've got like level 70 Pokemon and freaking legendaries in your team. And there's like, you're weak, I bet I could take you on.
Bitch, where were you for the whole game?
And it says, oh, Papa G again. Huh. Oh, damn. Yeah, Windows is being a bitch to him. He's probably not going to get back tonight, so he's said since we're out of topics, we could cut it short around here.
Oh, Game Freak. Yeah. Okay, I'm taking a picture of this because this is just... This type of lawn art should not be appropriate.
Okay, make sure to post everything there. It'll be in the final video. All of the good screenshots of very inappropriate things done by Game Freak. Supposedly a kids company.
But children!
So first, we all know a game where you basically go around capturing and enslaving animals to have them battle. There's nothing that is adult about that.
If you have 2 chicken-themed Pokemon in a fight together, does that not make it a cockfight?
Yeah, technically it does. I was like, yeah, we're gonna teach kids how to fight with living cocks. Okay, that's kid-friendly. It's like, remember kids, enslaving animals and making them fight is good.
She was the biggest jail... And people thought Misty being jailbait was the scariest thing this game had to offer.
Yeah. Apparently the time thing was Ash had to cross-dress to get into the Celadon gym.
That's funny.
Yeah. And at some point, I don't know who did it first, but I think Final Fantasy VII stole that for the whorehouse scene. Well, no, Pokemon stole it from Final Fantasy VII, I don't know which.
Anyway, when did the Pokemon games actually start? Because the cards probably started in the 90s, but I don't think the games were... No, the games were on the Game Boy Color.
Yeah. And now looking at that, my God, I feel so old now. It's like, God, I remember getting one of the first Game Boy Colors.
I was actually talking to Fratengo on Twitter. He's like, and I'm like, wait, when did you actually start gaming? And he's like, I started PC gaming in 2015, and my jaw just internally drops. What? You act like you know so much, but you only just started gaming in 2015. Meanwhile, I was playing Freelancer back when it was a demo in 2003.
Yeah.
I love how arrogant kids get nowadays. They think they can talk. They think they can talk like they know what everything was like.
Or maybe he just said it because he knew it would piss you off.
But the thing is, these guys they say they research things, but it's one thing to look things up and read about it. It's entirely another to live through it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Read about something and then make these claims as if you knew what it was like. You know. I like this one tweet he made. Man, I really love how Doom popularized game downloads, and I just facepalmed because, Frit, you might not know this, but game downloads weren't a thing back in '95.
Yeah.
This guy tries to correct me. The internet existed back in 1990. I'm like, yeah.
People didn't use it the same way, though.
Actually, I'm like, not game downloads. The people were able to transfer data. Yeah, transferring data is how you connect to other computers.
Nah. Two very different things there.
Oh, protect. I suppose I could use... Wait a minute. Foresight. I won't have the ability to take on ghosts, and I can't do that if I remove this one ability. That's why I laugh whenever Tanga starts going on in his videos about PC gaming and how superior it is and yada yada yada. I'm like, dude, did you only... I mean, congrats for starting, like, how almost 10 years PC gaming was at its peak, you know?
Mm-hmm.
2004, 2005, PC gaming, that was the golden age. All the best games on PC came out in that year.
Yeah.
He apparently started his PC career like a mere 3 years ago.
So he doesn't know that much, in other words.
He researched, but no, I mean,
okay.
When you live through it, like he doesn't know what it was like to own a PC game back in the day. Because back in the day, when you bought the disc and you had your little pass key, you owned that game.
Not anymore.
It was yours to do. Or everything's downloaded, but now you don't own anything.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons I support GOG so much. On there, you actually do own games, not Steam.
Steam is just... It's a great way to find games and stay connected to friends at the same time. Basically, Steam is just the non-paid PSN of PC. That sounds terrible, but it's true.
Yeah. You rent games, you don't really own them.
Oh, like, you could... There's an offline mode. And that part gets me the most. Oh, you don't have to be connected to the internet. There's an offline mode. Yeah, okay, you don't have to be connected to the internet. How are you going to download those games?
Or how are you going to deal with the games have Denuvo? Guess I always hate that service.
Or Uplay.
Oh, don't get me started on Uplay. I don't like it, but you know, it does have the Far Cry series.
No, the worst one was Splinter Cell Conviction for PC, because that one required you to have an internet connection just to play the game.
Kind of like Overwatch, then. Oh, come on. The shield dudes. Okay, so Papa G might be coming back since he's at 81% now.
Challenged by Pokemon breeder Lydia. Also uncomfortable. You know, she sends out a Pokemon that's at least half my level.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what the fuck is he called? Marsh Stomp? He's like level 32. Oh, that's like level 17.
Whereas you're gonna stomp him flat.
Arbitrary confusing shit on you.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I'm getting stuck in this game at the moment, Papa G's coming back in, apparently. Hopefully it'll be soon, because we are missing him.
Water gun. Water gun. Are they just hawking a giant loogie at you, or are they doing something even more sinister?
Oh my god, that was so awkward. I am so sorry.
We understand Windows is a bitch. And don't worry, we appreciate you more in this podcast now. You keep the conversation rolling.
That was the most stupid thing I ever saw happen. It just decided, without warning, to just shut down on its own and start updating without my permission, without anything. It just went, oh, now we're going to update.
Yeah, Windows has tendency to do that.
They literally did it at literally the worst possible time, but I'm back now. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
Hashtag keep Papa G in the podcast. He's important.
Okay. Did you guys talk about anything else while I was gone, or?
We talked about how ridiculous Pokemon games can be.
That's something.
Yeah, the screenshots will definitely be in the final video at some point, I swear.
Anyway, to finish off the last thing I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by Windows. Seriously, fuck you, Windows. I'm actually really angry now.
Put it this way, not even Microsoft can stop this podcast. I think it was a triumph.
I'll look at it that way. Either way, though, again, sorry and stuff. Hopefully the podcast didn't get too awkward without me.
Only a little.
Here's a little proposition for you. Check out the general chat, and then look at that final screenshot and tell me what's the first thing you notice.
Final screenshot. I see two different people. Oh my god! I just thought. Oh my god!
Took him a split second, and he found it. Like he didn't even have to say anything.
The DolphinVi a split second.
I'm incapable of actually seeing the Discord chat right now with the way I'm set up. OBS is in the way. I'll definitely see it afterwards. Trust me.
Anyway, that legitimately took me a couple seconds to see that. Should I say what it is, or should I not say what it is?
No, don't ruin the surprise.
Yeah, don't ruin it for Dolphin.
Yeah, no, I won't. And maybe we'll put it in the video, and maybe we'll have the people at home try to see if they can see what we're talking about. Anyway, what was the last thing I said before I was really cut off? Oh yeah, I was telling Lethality that since the fact they're getting a PlayStation 4, I would highly recommend Persona 5 and some of the Yakuza games. That's what I highly recommend.
Yeah.
Other than that,
or at least Persona 5.
Yeah. Anyway, hopefully the recording caught some of that, because I think some of the stuff that I was saying was pretty funny. Did it catch any of that, or did I just cut off immediately when I started ranting?
You got cut off. Persona 5. Oh, come on! I really hate that feature of Doom.
I'm really disappointed. I had a whole idea of
the one where you get damaged by your own explosions. Oh, come on.
Should I try the rant again, or should have the moment passed?
Nah, try the rant again.
Okay, maybe I'll trust you in editing, how you edit this.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I can put the part where you disappear and go like, hey, where's Papa G? Or like the worst Waldo game.
Yeah.
Or Papa Do, where are you?
Yeah, or maybe you could just put this rant in over there and that I'm about to do over there and stuff, because that's what I meant to do before my computer decided to just suddenly update. But that's another rant for another day.
Oh, you must be joking.
Anyway, here's my rant. So, Lethality recently did something really disgraceful and stuff. Something that we should all be ashamed of. That is, he bought a PlayStation 4. Yeah, I know, me and DolphinVi own a PlayStation 4, but that's different. We own the podcast. Anyone outside of our group of friends aren't allowed to it. So I'm sorry, Lethality, but you are now excommunicated from the church of the gaming of our podcast. However, since you're going to get PlayStation 4 anyway, I would highly recommend Persona 5 and Yakuza Kiwami and Zero. Not that I care or anything.
Yeah, because we all know how much Papa G doesn't care for the Yakuza series.
Yeah, I don't care. Anyway, Inquisitor, do you have anything to add to
by
that?
the way, Papa G, they're remaking the Yakuza series out of the original music.
I know.
But you don't care, obviously.
Other people care, but that doesn't mean I care. I was just restating what they said. By the way, Inquisitor, do you have any opinions about Lethality getting the PlayStation 4? Any recommendations for him?
I can recommend some good games if he wants to.
Yeah. Gravity Rush, that's another one.
Maybe we could just mix this part of the video and just send to Lethality and be like, hey, here's our recommendations for you, Lethality.
Yeah, you terrible, terrible person, you. Okay, here's our recommendations.
But since you're doing it anyway, here's our recommendations. So, I am curious, what would you recommend for him, Inquisitor?
Well, like DolphinVi said, Gravity Rush is actually a pretty good game.
Yeah. I just bought Gravity
If you like some interesting, if you like a game built on interesting physics, I think that'd be a good one to start with.
Yeah.
I actually just recently got Gravity Rush, and so far it's pretty decent.
Do you get Gravity Rush 2 as well?
Plan on that as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, the stories don't make a massive amount of sense, but it's still a very good concept.
Yeah. This is also a very small thing, but I also really liked, never mind. Well, no, I'll say it. I actually also really like the box art for the game and stuff. I know that sounds, like, really weird, but, like,
The what?
I really like, the box art also.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, Papa G's one of the weirdies. He likes box art for some reason.
Like, what got spurred me onto this is I watched a great video that was talking about the decline in the video game box art, and ever since then it really got me thinking, yeah, a lot of modern video game box art is shit. We should really appreciate the ones that are kind of good. But, like, I guess it doesn't really matter since we're eventually all going to go digital, so covers don't really matter whatsoever.
Hey, now let's not be too mean.
There's nothing wrong with caring about art.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I mean, if no one cared about art, we wouldn't have DeviantArt.
yeah, exactly.
If we didn't have box art, how would we even prove that we actually had these games back someday?
That is true. That's the reason why I'm interested in it, because sometimes there's some box art that I think is, like, really unique and, like, really kind of, like, interesting to look at, like the first Gravity Rush box art cover, where it's like it's like a perfect representation of the game. It's like a character standing sideways. It's just really interesting. It's hard for me to describe. Maybe
she's standing on a building sideways.
Yeah.
While her scarf points downward.
Yeah, I know that doesn't sound complex, but it's, like, kind of neat, kind of cool and stuff. It's a lot more interesting than guy holding a gun, which is like 99% of all modern video game box art covers.
I found the story more interesting.
What?
I just found this guy as if receiving orders from God or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I found the story more interesting than the vast majority of games.
Yeah.
You know, rigid old badass who's going over the sins of his past while fighting corporate goons by the busload. I mean, what game is that? Who knows? It could describe any number of them.
Yeah. Like, it is interesting and stuff, though, just because, like, there was this one YouTuber called Nakey J, and yes, that's his real name. He does a mixture of comedy videos and serious analysis videos, and, like, his video really it was a really interesting video talking about how, like, the decline, about how video game box art as time go on has gotten a little less and less creative, and the conclusion he came to, it was kind of America's fault. That's because America started putting on clean CGI versions of characters once graphics started looking better, and then everyone else started following suit. So that's another thing you can blame America for.
Yeah, how dare you be efficient, America?
Well, I was just like, I don't know. That's to me, it can be like interesting because in a way, it's like some box arts can sort of tell a bit of their own story or a bit of their own thing. Like, I'm an artist. I like art. I like things that have deep meanings and other goodness and whatever and whatnot and stuff. And just the fact that almost all of them are just guy holding a gun or woman or person holding a weapon or whatnot is just kind of a little disappointing to me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Inquisitor? Do you think I'm insane, or do I have a point underneath my insanity?
Oh no, I share the same sentiments.
Oh, you do, really? I was surprised though that. So you, like you agree that you're disappointed that more and more box art is kind of like getting a little more just like person with a weapon and whatnot.
What really gets me is the fact that we don't have that alternative box art where you can flip the cover around and see some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
I think the original Jack and Daxter game, they did that one, didn't they?
I think BioShock Infinite sort of did that.
Oh no, it was
well.
I think Jak 2 that did that one.
BioShock
Games
Infinite.
don't allow that though. Like Bloodborne has a pretty cool around.
Yeah. It does. Or did I just miss that one because not paying attention? I don't know.
No, I think it does. Yeah, so I'll have to double check it though. Well, like I said, BioShock Infinite has that, and there was one other game I think that had that. Oh wait, no. I was really happy. I mentioned this on a previous podcast, but I was really happy when Doom was ported to Nintendo Switch. He went with an alternative box art that I think reflected the whole point of the game much better than the original one did. Like the first one, like I said, was just a guy with a gun, but like the Doom one for the Nintendo Switch was like amazing. It was like this beautiful, like it almost like it was not painted, but it looked like it was like hand drawn or something. And it was like the Doom guy being attacked on all sides by the demons and whatnot. And I'm just like, if that doesn't describe Doom perfectly, I don't know what does.
That perfectly describes Doom, yeah.
Mm. And yeah, and I guess the overall
fight like hell, because hell's terrified of you.
I know that's and I know in the long run, I guess it's probably sort of like a superficial complaint, because what matters at the end of the day is like not how the game looks, how good it actually is and whatnot. But still, I can't help but like really appreciate like the like interesting video game box art, or like Inquisitor said, the thing that you flip over and see on the side, just because like. Kind of interesting to me, and like
it's a more personal touch. Is that?
Yeah, it feels like a personal touch, like almost like that. And not only is it for marketing purposes, because like in a way, not only does it make it stand out from other games in the aisle, but also it's just like it makes it feel a little more personal, like it has its own identity and whatnot. Like trying to think, what is a really good example of it? I'm trying to think of like one other piece of video game box art that I like really love. Oh yeah, I know one that was really good. Like I really
is it the Yakuza one?
Here's a funny one. Like I actually really like the Yakuza one. The original PlayStation 2 Yakuza one cover art that was in Japan. I actually really like, because it was like a really simplistic, like sort of. It was like very simplistic. It was just like a main character kicking and stuff, but like it was like done like sort of like almost like it was done with a paintbrush almost, and it was like sort of very artistic like, and it kind of fit the scene, because in Japan it's called like a dragon, and like it's a very Japanese game, so it like kind of fit in a way. I don't know, I'm crazy, I know, I think too deeply about this shit, but like someone has to. You know?
There's nothing wrong with thinking deep. And thinking big, that's how game theory was found. I mean, sure, game theory kind of went off its meds later on in its life, but it started out as a good show.
Yeah. Trying to think, what is like another piece of... I just thought of one that I thought like was really cool. Oh yeah, one piece of box art I really liked was one for Dead Space 1, which I thought like was very... All it was just like a missing hand and whatnot. Like
in space,
that alone, that alone was just kind of haunting and an interesting image. Oh yeah, and my another one, which is my favorite, last one is my favorite of all, I think, is actually the Japanese cover for Dark Souls, which is just the main guy sitting by a bonfire. And like I really like that because like I don't even because like it's like in the game bonfires are like safe zones and stuff, so it's like him sitting in the safe zone, and it's like a very calming, like almost nice image. Much
and yet a very
like,
haunting image to demonstrate how bonfires are not for the good of humanity.
Yeah.
And how you need to rebel against the gods. Yeah, kids, if you give in to the gods and reignite the flames, you're against humanity, you piece of crap.
It's much better than the American or like the Western box art cover of Dark Souls, which I don't even know what's going on in that version. Like it's just a guy with a sword and a shield and.
Oh, you're talking about the regular box art.
Yeah.
The flipped box art.
Yeah, I was saying like I really love like the box art of Dark Souls in Japan, but like I really don't like the one that's available in this, I guess, in the West and stuff. Like I don't even know what's going on with that one. It's like I guess it's the guy with a sword and a shield, and he's surrounded by souls, which I guess kind of fits Dark Souls because it's called Dark Souls and stuff. But I don't know. There's no beating the original.
Yeah. Most people don't even know why it's called Dark Souls. Which is the sad part. There's so much lore to it.
Yeah. What do you think, DolphinVi? Which box art cover do you prefer? Do you prefer the one like that's more available in the States or the original Japanese one?
Let's see. What was the one available in the States again? I forgot. Was it the guy with a sword and a shield just looking at the sky?
Something like that. There's a lot of souls around. Like it's just.
I mean, that's not why it's called Dark Souls. It shouldn't be that one.
Yeah. To me and stuff like I said, I like the original one a lot better because, like I said, like there's a bonfire and it's like sort of calming and mysterious and it like sort of just reflects it perfectly. I don't know. Again, I'm
Dark has the bonfires against humanity as well. That's the main theme of the game.
So, like, what about
you?
It
was a failed attempt to try and prolong the age of humanity or something.
Yeah.
No, it's prolonging the Age of Fire. The Age of Fire is against humanity. That's not good. I mean, as evidence, look at what the fires consume.
So, Inquisitor, out of curiosity, do you have, like, some, like, this may sound weird, but, like, is there some video game box art that really sticks out in your mind? Or, is there not one?
BioShock had some good box art. Doom has really nice box art.
Yeah.
How about Batman Arkham City? I think that one had pretty good box art. In a sense.
I think, I remember one of the Arkham games having really bad box art. Like, I think it was, like, the Game of the Year edition or something, where it was just, like, Batman punching a guy with a million and two, like, 10 out of 10 surrounded by it.
What, Batman punching the 1 quintillionth goon in every Batman game?
Yeah. So like maybe when like this video goes live, maybe I'll link the video that really got me interested in this. It was by a YouTuber called Nakey J, who like I said earlier, is really interesting stuff. So maybe I'll post it like when this video goes live. Because it was very interesting. Well, yeah, one last thing and stuff, and before we move on to a different topic.
Before he goes for good this time.
Yeah. Like one last thing involving this topic is what I meant. Is that like some other box art that I really loved is like some of the Final Fantasy box art, which like again is very simplistic, but like to me is like really nice. Like each or at least the ones that are in Japan. Like, to be fair, it's a little weirder here in the States. But, like, in Japan, like, I think from, like, 7 to, like, 13 too, they're all, like, these simplistic, nice little drawings that all have something to do with in the game. Like,
oh my god, there's a new hashtag on Twitter, guys.
What is it?
Which one?
Hashtag waifu holocaust.
Oh.
Hang on, I'm getting a call.
Okay.
Bad move there, Steam.
Waifu. Oh, that would be really cool. Oh my god, that's perfect.
Yeah, why are you killing our waifus, Gabe? Yeah, don't you know the PC master race who lives in basements and don't have girlfriends? We depend on our waifus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So like, I was wrong. There's gonna be more of an uproar now over visual novels being removed from Steam. It's gonna be really bad. I mean, if PC gamers really are as basement dwelling as like people like to claim they are, then like they're gonna be fucked.
Well, no, they're not gonna get fucked because there'll be no women.
Yeah, that's right. The exact opposite will happen. They will not get fucked. Well, I guess they're not
Yeah.
getting fucked.
Yeah, give us 2D women to F Gabe, or PC gamers are gonna F you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This ought to be a great.
Yeah, and I know that you don't like that image in your mind, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm alright. I mean, I have my own weird things and stuff. Not gonna say what they are out of fear of embarrassment, but we all have our weird little things.
You've already shown all your weird things on here.
Oh, that's only a fraction of.
I'm back, guys. Someone actually posted this amazing image. It's got a scene from The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt with this chick and her tits hanging out, and a censor bar that says nudity across it, with a green check bar that says approved. Which has two girls, lap dancing. It says approved, and they're topless. Then it shows Honey Pop with this one chick, and it's got this denied with the red X on it.
I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, well, you can still buy Honey Pop on GOG, where you actually get to own your PC games. They're not sponsoring me to say that, but they totally should. Sponsor me, GOG. I will promote you, seriously.
DolphinVi, also Inquisitor DolphinVi, just informed me while you were gone that this is especially going to be bad because if PC gamers are supposedly basement dwellers and have no lives and whatnot, so they're going to be especially pissed now that their waifus are taken away. So.
Yeah, the master race, apparently we live in basements, we don't live in the attic where the internet's better.
Or whatnot, and if that's true, then my god.
I wouldn't say that, DolphinVi. Aren't most Wi-Fi routers actually installed in the basement?
Nah, not usually.
But either way, this is the mere idea of like if you take away a basement dweller's fetishes or their like waifus or whatnot, hell is gonna be raised. This is gonna be, like you thought Charlottesville or the Civil War was bad. This is gonna probably spawn World War III.
Yeah. I just got this really funny image in my head. With feminist media recently going after incels. I mean, you can imagine this: virgins protest Valve for taking down Steam games. Virgin incels now target Valve. It's like, if you don't let us have 2D women, Gabe Newell, we'll fuck you.
or like Steam massively, or like most of Steam users. It'd be funny if they see most of Steam users leave Steam completely in protest of them removing their 2D waifus, and there's a quote like some of the. I couldn't think of a funny enough quote fast enough, damn it.
Yeah, you never can at times like that, can you?
So.
I mean, what's better than virgins attack Valve?
I don't know. And I want to say for the record, I'm not saying like if you play visual novels, like you're a virgin or whatnot. Like I've played a few visual novels and DolphinVi has too. It's just. Yeah,
I played Honey Pop. I admit it.
It's just like what inspired us to make these jokes are just the hashtag waifu killer, and because of that, I got thinking of all crazy stuff.
But no, I'll admit that yes, Witcher 3 has these kind of scenes. I myself actually posted one to YouTube that hasn't been taken down.
Probably because you're a smaller channel, and like they probably don't know about it.
I've had other things taken down instantly. You'd think this would be one of those things.
Well, YouTube is run by monkeys and typewriters, probably. Or like, you know what I think?
You don't realize how close to the mark you just hit.
Well,
you do realize that whenever there's a server issue with YouTube, did you know that that's That's the actual message they give you?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know
We've got
that.
monkeys on typewriters trying to fix the problem.
Oh,
That's
well, I
where
actually
that
think
comes
that-
from. And it was a
But I
bunch
think
of monkeys on typewriters will eventually produce Hamlet.
We have an army of trained monkeys currently working on to fix the issue. Or something like that.
What I like to imagine is that what some YouTube execs do, they probably don't do this, would be hilarious if they do, is they take some videos, like your video, Inquisitor, and some videos of just some like that they should ban and stuff, but they're not sure if they really feel like it, so they take them, put them on a dartboard, and like throw a dart and a couple of darts at them, and if they land on it, then they decide, okay, we'll delete this one, and if they don't, they're like, we'll let it slide right now.
Yeah.
Or they just have the worst aim ever, and instead of landing on my video, they land on, like, I don't know, Persona 3.
Yeah, or they land on some video that has no sexual content whatsoever, and they're just like, "Oh, sorry, our dart landed on this how to make PC builds and stuff. So sorry, but
You don't make the decisions. It's the dart. It's the almighty dart.
Either that, or YouTube really is run by Marxist guerrillas. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, try to imagine that actual guerrillas that are reading Karl Marx, and they're like, "Okay, how do we run YouTube?"
That'd be probably a pretty powerful. That's a really funny image. Colloquial Marxist monkeys.
Yeah, actual Marxist guerrillas. They're running YouTube. They're thinking, okay, what video do we ban today?
Batman breaks the door down. God!
I should get that reference. It'd be funny. It'd be funny if like all of the monkeys had were all trained by this one other monkey who was like smarter than the rest of them and was like a communist.
Caesar.
They all taught communism to like his fellow monkeys, and before you know it, they all like rose up together and formed their own communist manifesto. And before you know it, they're gonna take over the world. So you're running YouTube and promoting Marxism or whatnot.
I'd be a lot more scared of a monkey wearing a fascist uniform than I would of a human being.
Me too. Probably me too.
Yeah. Guess the worst a monkey's gonna do is just throw his poo at you. A human will shoot you.
Yeah. We'll say this though. Here's a plot twist that no one will ever see coming. You ready to hear the ultimate plot twist, guys?
It was a dog.
No, I'm the real villain in Infinity War. Thanos is just my lapdog. I'm the one who gave him the ideas, and he's working for me.
Boo.
And I'm also
No.
the one running YouTube and stuff and taking down.
Oh, Shyamalan!
What a twist! You never saw that coming.
No, we saw it coming. It sucked.
Either
What's
way,
next? Do you believe in overpopulation?
I'm not saying Thanos had some good ideas. But I'm not saying he had particularly bad ones either. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a little bit of I'm not saying he had good ideas, but they're not necessarily bad either.
Right, anyone who agrees with the theory of overpopulation, if you think that the population needs to be culled, donate yourself.
I agree.
Or look at the statistic. Everybody could fit in Texas. So no, I don't think we're overpopulated.
Like, Game Theory made a video recently that said Thanos is actually the good guy, and that got me thinking that, okay, Game Theory, does that mean you're pro-population culling?
I've seen Twitter posts of people claiming that Samus is actually transgender and they consider it canon.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that one.
My particular problem with the Thanos thing is I have to wonder, the people who are saying, oh yeah, he's a real good guy, I have to wonder
no, he was not.
I have to wonder, would you also agree with a little guy called Hitler? I mean, he was pro-population culling. He wanted to help out his nation. He's not so different.
Would have gotten away with it too. I'd nations.
Yeah, I mean, he just wanted to make Germany a great place, and those pesky allied nations and Jewish people were just getting in his way. I didn't say that
too loud, should I?
What?
Yeah.
Germany great again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He believed that the German people were being kept down by an evil band of elites, and that the population needs to root together to defeat them all. Which sounds a lot like Bernie Sanders now you think about it. Though I guess I haven't said that too loud.
But like anyway, it's like that's why I can't understand people who are saying Thanos is the true hero. I'm like, if you think Thanos is the true hero, then that means that must mean that you also think people like Hitler and Stalin are the true heroes of the story. I mean, to be fair, everyone's the hero in their own head and stuff, but like,
Oh, why stop at Hitler? Why don't we go back to the Emperor Nero?
yeah.
Yeah, wasn't he the guy who played the fiddle while Rome burned, and historians think he burned the city down himself? Is that him?
I don't think is the point. Fiddling around while his city was burning. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
For that reason, historians think he burned the city down himself, so he could blame it on somebody. Yeah, he was a nut job, that one.
Yeah.
I'll have to read that story at some point.
Yes. My city's burning down. What do? I'm going to get out the violin and call the fiddle and start playing it.
I think that's why Rick and Morty had the joke where the devil starts playing the violin after he burns Summer.
Well, that would surprise me.
Maybe.
What else was I going to say? Okay, I don't know what else to say. Should we end here for tonight, or do you have anything else you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. Was there anything else?
I have to go pick up my sister in a few minutes, so...
Okay. I guess it's probably good to point this out. I'm again so sorry that my computer just decided on its own free will to update without my permission. But
plus the screenshots I uploaded, plus that...
they'll make their way into the show, don't worry.
Okay. I look forward to seeing them get edited.
I also posted that Witcher 3 video in case you want to look at that.
I'll be sure to look at that. DolphinVi, let us know as soon as you notice the thing that is in one of the other pictures. There's a lot of grass in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I guess Papa G is going to see Solo. We could mention that one.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm probably going to see it with my family at one point.
Yeah, he really wants me to lose that bet.
Yeah, I don't know if you were there, Inquisitor, but like, me and DolphinVi were joking around in chat for a while, and I brought up saying, wouldn't it be hilarious if somehow Solo was a masterpiece? And like he then said that if Solo's a masterpiece, I'll dress up as Yuna from Final Fantasy X and do the summoning dance while saying Kathleen Kennedy is the greatest thing ever and stuff. And I'm like, well, let's make that bet. If it's a masterpiece, that'll happen. So, I'm really hoping Solo will be a masterpiece somehow.
Yeah, you can send me the new fan-edited trailer if you want, but it's not raising my confidence.
So, I also sent him a fan-edited trailer that edited the music from Star Wars Connect. Like, in Star Wars Connect, there was a song that went, I'm Han Solo, and there's someone who edited that music in the Han Solo trailer, and I sent that to him.
Oh, yeah.
Are still there, Inquisitor?
Well, I gotta get going, so I'll be saying goodbye.
Okay. Now's a good time to end anyway.
Alright.
Thanks for being here tonight, guys. And I'm Papa G. Have a great night. Bye.
See y'all.